32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Oh, design run for their wideout. Escapes the defender. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Kadarius Toney going to elect to bring this one out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of it.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
A handoff running left is Mostert. There he goes left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
99 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Hold on. Check.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert
with career touchdown number 60.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up a live ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I need your help on this one. We just saw an extra point blocked. Do you think the rain had anything to do with it getting blocked?
Everything goes a little bit slower, but I'll tell you what, the snap and the hold, they look good.
Yeah, and most of the time, I love when you bring that up about it getting slower. It's deliberate when it gets slower, right? Because you have to go through it a little bit more. You want to be just a little bit more careful catching the ball, putting it down, and giving him a chance to kick it.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
After the interception, here's Goff.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
One more time with Mostert.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Here is Tony on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Mahomes, maybe a free play.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Mahomes now to throw. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up and broke the play up.
So look at this. Here's a field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a 16-point deficit.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I certainly like what he did right there, because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Hill going to go in motion right. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. There's the former Chief, man they watched for years, Tyreek Hill. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They'll run right side with Mostert. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 129 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
DC. What?
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Here's Goff. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Goff now looking to throw. Buying time to his left. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Oh, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Here's Mostert. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Mostert will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. McLaughlin for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Dolphins 30, Chiefs 7.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And he will have a Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll keep it on the ground. Merritt. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
Hey, Shell! Shell! Super 1!
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, it's Mostert. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And quickly, they get to the line.
13 yards on the play.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break. And you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's got his target. That's complete. A big play there for KC. 48 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Why
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Swift diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
76, tell him. 76. 76.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Goff's throw is taken in by Waddle.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
Hey, kill.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
That is caught.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Goff now to throw. Steps away to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Throw left side, taken in by Hill. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Shell. Merlin. Listen.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. Now it's Goff. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
A 23-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And the lead will remain at 23. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
They'll run right here with Swift. Oh, what a move. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
A gain of 9 brings up
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
They'll try it now with Swift. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
We go tonight.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And shedding through the tackle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now, somehow he was able to sidestep that first tackler, but still hit and taken down behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Goff going to throw it. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Oh, good move. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And this win was impressive, Charles. And look, they were honest with us this week. They had this game circled on